Warning signs of mental health. Here are a review of some warning signs that are indicating that someone is likely to have some mental health issues. Number one of them is emotional changes. Emotional changes has to do with being persistently sad. When someone is persistently sad, or when a person is irritable, having irritability or mood swing. Now you are happy, next time you are sad, next time you are happy, next time you are sad, with or without reason, and mostly without reasons. Then also feeling overwhelmed, feeling that the things are just beyond your control. Things are more than how you can manage them. Having hopelessness, feeling that you don't have hope, you are being pessimistic, things are not going to be alright. Feeling helpless that no one is there to help you, you cannot do anything, you are just on your own, things are more than your control, more than your power. Then increased sensitivity to criticism or rejection. When you learn that, you are increasingly becoming very, very sensitive to criticism or rejection. Number two, behavior changes. When there are changes that when one understands that they are going on with his behavior, they are indicating that there are problems with the mental health. This includes withdrawal from friends. When a person is gradually withdrawing from friends, withdrawing from family, withdrawing from social interaction, enjoying isolation, like living alone, like distancing yourself from people, then that is a problem. Or loss of interest in hobbies or previously enjoyed activities. When one is losing interest in hobbies, in things that he likes doing, or things that previously he enjoyed doing them, but now the person is gradually losing interest in doing them, and especially the person cannot identify the main reason for that. Also, unusual risk-taking behavior or reckless behavior. When someone is taking risk unusual risk-taking that is not normal, taking risks that are not normal part of developmental processes, taking risk or having some reckless I don't care behaviors, these are issues. Number three, physical symptoms. Physically, there are some symptoms that explain that one is having warning signs of mental illness. This include unexpected aches, pains, and fatigue. When someone is having multiple pains, multiple fatigue, multiple aches in the body, unexplained, those that you cannot see, this is the reason behind it. Or changes in sleep pattern. When someone is having insomnia, that is inability to fall asleep or maintain sleeping, or when somebody is having oversleeping, when you see that you are sleeping excessively, it is not normal. Appetite changes in appetite. One may either be overeating, or the person will be under-eating or losing appetite entirely. Then number four, cognitive impairment. There are changes that happens to the memory. Cognitive impairment. This includes difficulty concentrating. When you are finding, or when you see someone is finding it very difficult to concentrate on something, understand it, analyze it, and do the right thing there. The person is always being distracted. Your mind is here, your mind is there. Or when one is having difficulty in making decisions. When there are some important decisions in your life you want to take, but you are finding it very difficult, or when it is very difficult for you to remember things. When you are seeing that there are things that you know, you want to remember them, but remembering them is becoming very, very difficult. Racing thoughts or excessive worrying. When you are having multiple thoughts going into your head, this thinking is coming, another one is coming before you finish this one, another one enters before you finish this one, you move to the next one, it is indicating that there is a problem. If you cannot maintain single thought, think about it, find a solution before you go to the next one. No, when you are having multiple thoughts at the same time without solutions, these are some warning signs. Or sense of confusion or disorientation. Sometimes a person finds it very difficult to understand situations. You become confused, you become disoriented. Number five, increased stress or anxiety. When someone is having increased stress or increased anxiety, constant feeling of fear, constant feeling of nervousness, constant feeling of unease, you are not comfortable, you are not ease, you are nervous, you are fearful constantly, that is a problem. Frequent panic attacks or irritability or inability to relax. When somebody is finding it very difficult to relax and the person is having panic, that is excessive anxiety. When someone is excessively anxious or overthinking or fixing on a problem. Overthinking is when you have a problem, but instead of thinking for finding solution, then you are now thinking excessively beyond the limit, to the extent that the thought itself is becoming a problem, leading to headache, leading to more confusion, leading to more hopelessness, more losing hope in life, leading to even getting someone close to the time that the person is losing entire hope in the entire life. Meaning from there, one can lead to other issues such as thinking of killing oneself instead of finding solution to the problems. Number 6, changes in work or school performance. When someone is having changes in his work or school performance, for example, difficulty in meeting with deadline. When you are given deadline to finish a particular work, but you are finding it consistently difficult to meet with that deadline, or frequent absenteeism or declining in productivity. Frequent absenteeism. Today you do not come to work, you do not come to school, tomorrow, next week. Persistently somebody is becoming absent in where he is supposed to be present. Or you are present there, but there is decline in the activities, things that you are known to be doing them the good way. Now you are declining, you are not able to do it that way. Or a sense of detachment or apathy from your own responsibility. You have responsibility to do, but you are now feeling a sense of detachment, a sense of apathy. You no longer like things that are your responsibilities, either in the school or in the workplace. Number 7, substance use or abuse. When someone is consistently using alcohol, consistently using drugs, consistently using certain substances so as to be able to cope with the present situation. Maybe you are in a very hard situation, or you are facing some challenges in life and you realize that you cannot cope with those challenges until when you take alcohol, or you take drugs, or you take some substances. That is a problem. Or when someone is having dependence on substance for emotional management. When for you to manage your emotions, you need to take some substances. Maybe you have to take cigarette for you to calm down when you are anxious, or you have to take some drugs, or you have to take some alcohol, or there are some things that you have to take them before you cool down. You constantly become dependent on those substances. It is a problem. Likewise, ignoring negative impact of substances on your life. When you are ignoring negative impact of substances that you are using, meaning those substances that you are using, you know that they have negative effect on your life, but you constantly ignore them and continue with taking them as if all is well. There is a problem. Number 8, relationship problems. Relationship problems has to do with when someone is having increased conflict with family, friends, or colleagues. When you see that consistently you are having conflict with your family, conflict with your friends, conflict with your colleagues, consistently you just become someone that is always in conflict, or like conflict all the time. Or when someone is avoiding social interaction and gathering. When you find yourself that you are constantly avoiding social gatherings, you are avoiding social interactions, or when somebody is finding it difficult to maintain meaningful connection with others. When you have connections, the meaningful connections with others, but it's becoming difficult for you to maintain such kind of connection. Today you are with this person, tomorrow you jump on this one, next tomorrow you are with this, next tomorrow you are with this one, all of them you are no longer in good terms, and that is a problem. Number 9, suicidal thoughts or self-harm. When somebody is having thoughts of killing himself or harming himself, these kind of things are very, very serious problems or indication of poor mental health. For example, explaining feelings of worthlessness or self-loathing. When someone is experiencing feeling that he is worthless, he is useless, he has nothing to offer, that the life itself is not worthy of living. Or when someone is now seeing that he himself is gradually declining, he is no longer relevant in this world or relevant in the society. Or when somebody is talking about wanting to die or to harm himself. When you hear a colleague, a friend, or any significant other talking about liking to die, this world is not worth living. I'm tired of this world. I'm tired of this life. It's better for me to move further. I don't think I will survive to the next few days, for example. This is a problem. Or when the person is saying that I am going to harm myself, I'm going to cut myself, I will hang myself, I will do this, or when the person is indicating or is having those kind of thoughts, then there is a problem. Or when someone is engaging in self-harming behaviors, things that you know that they are self-harming, doing them will harm you, and you still indulge and continue in them, such as cutting your own self or going into risky behaviors that may end up endangering one's life. Sign number 10, difficulty coping with daily life or challenges of daily life. When one is feeling overwhelmed by simple task, simple thing, and the person is feeling that this thing is like the end of the world, this thing is too much for me to bear, then there is a problem. Inability to maintain hygiene or personal care. When the person is gradually neglecting personal hygiene and environmental hygiene, it is a problem. One is not taking good care of himself, doesn't mind whether he appears neat or dirty or not. And also avoidance of responsibility or daily activities. Things that you do daily, things that are your daily responsibilities, and you gradually start to avoid them, or you see a person gradually avoiding them, that is an indication that there is a problem. What should you do when you identify that you are having some of these problems, or someone you are together with, someone you are maybe your colleague or your friend or your family member is having such kind of problem? What to do? Number one is to talk to someone. When you talk to someone, that person will assist you in solving such kind of a problem. Number two is seek for professional help. Find professionals in mental health and seek for their help. Let's discuss and find what are the issues that you're having and see how to help you out. Then also encourage self-care. You need to encourage your own self to do the work when it is expected to do, relax when it is time for you to relax, and also maintain healthy routines. Then provide support. You have to be patient, you have to be understanding, and you have to be non-judgmental. Thank you very much.